Hello बच्चों, good morning. We have started this poem Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. This is a philosophical poem and a very meaningful poem, and you will find layers of meaning, depth of meaning in this poem. We have started this poem like this, that now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still for once on the face of the earth. Let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment, without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could do nothing, perhaps huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth can teach us when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep it quiet and I will go. So this is the poem. Poem is very meaningful and during corona pandemic this poem which was written uh, more than 50 years ago gives meaning. Poet is saying that we should not move our arms so much. Poet is requesting everyone, urging everyone, imploring everyone that stop your movements. Stop your movements. Those movements which leads to violence. Stop those movements. Stop all your activities because all your activities are inviting war. Stop speaking because whatever you are speaking, you are just spreading hatred. Whenever you speak of hate. That's why poet is requesting stop speaking in any language because language divides. Whenever you start taking pride in your language and hating, start hating others' language, then your problem starts. Because same thing will be done by others also. And this world will become a center of hatred. Everyone will try to impose one's language on others. That's a poet requesting not to speak in any language because language will spread hate. So poet then calculate, poet then imagines what will happen if people will stop speaking in any language and people will stop moving their arms. Then what will happen? So poet says it would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. It would be an exotic moment. Exotic moment means best moment. Best moment. Wonderful moment. Amazing moment. Surprising moment. Moment means time. Without rush. Rush, what is rush? Rush means hustle bustle. Rush means crowd. Rush means a kind of tension to do something very fast. Just like people Daily people rush for offices, students rush for schools, and everyone. There is a kind of race daily from morning till night. You know, people are going here and there, and they have their work, and they have not time to sit quietly at home and spend some quality time with their family. That's why I told you that corona pandemic may help you understand this poem better. Without engines, yes, people are rushing here and there without engines. Engine means a kind of leader who guides. Engine actually guides. Engine always remains at front. Engine guides. But here the people are doing their work without understanding where they want to go. They don't know. But they are going. They are walking. They are running. We would all be together in a sudden stillness. So when we will stop our activities, what will happen? We would all be together in a sudden stillness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Fishermen in the cold sea. Fishermen in the cold sea. This stanza, these 4 lines are most important lines and meaningful, and every word is symbolic here. I will try to explain you symbols, although there are many meanings, not one meaning. There are layers of meaning. So fishermen, it is written fishermen, men means plural, means so many fishermen. And what do fishermen do? Fishermen catch fish. They catch fish in the cold sea. So fishermen, why fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales? So poet is saying that fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Whale is a fish, but here the point you should notice that fishermen generally means never. Here I am saying never. Fishermen means those people who go into water, who go into pool, who go into river. They never try to catch a whale. Why? Because they want to feed their family. That's why they are catching fish, and they catch fish only for food. So they try to catch salmon, they try to catch trout fish, but they never try to catch whales. They never try to harm whales. So why poet is saying here that fishermen uh, would not harm whales? Here the fisherman is actually all people, in the world. Everyone is searching for whales. Everyone is searching for whales. And whale, what is whale? Whale is a kind of natural resources. Whale is a kind of natural resources. Means suppose this earth is a sea and fishermen are men living on this earth. So they are harming natural resources. Everyone is trying. Everyone means there are two things. One is what you need. So your need is very limited. You want food, so food easily you will get. But if you have desire to get something big, and for getting that you want to destroy everything, you never think about destruction, you never think about natural resources, and you keep on destroying those things. So here poet wants to indicate this thing, that fishermen would not harm whales. If people will stop moving their arms, people will stop speaking, then people will not harm whales. The man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Yes, here poet is indicating towards the capitalist attitude of the people. People want to earn a huge amount of money, although there is no need of it. But there is a kind of rat race. This is a kind of competition who can earn more money. Who can earn more money? This type of competition is in the world. Every country, every society, every man is trying, everyone is trying to earn money. So earning money is not bad, but there is a kind of race, there is a kind of competition to earn more money, whether it is needed or not. There is no need to earn more money, but they are doing very hard work day and night. They are spoiling their health on the sake of health, on the sake of family, on the sake of love, on the sake of relationship, on the sake of everything. They sacrifice everything in order to earn money. They think that this is success. They think this is success. So they spoil everything, they finish everything, they sacrifice everything, but they earn money. And when they earn a huge amount of money, and when they see backward, they find that they have left all their relatives, all the friends, and their family they have left. Then they realize that this money is useless. What will they do with that money without family, without friends, without relatives? As a human being, how much money one wants? You need only house to live in, you need food to eat, and you need clothes to dress up. Only these three things. But there is a rat race, and they sacrifice, they hurt themselves. So here the symbol is a man gathering salt. Salt, salt gathering, salt means income, salt means earning. A man who is gathering salt, salt means livelihood, livelihood for his family. So a man, the man gathering salt, the man gathering means collecting salt, would look at his hurt hands when everything will stop, when people will stop speaking in a language, people will stop moving their arms. At that time, the man who is gathering salt, means one man who is gathering livelihood of his family, would look at his hurt hands. Hands, hands are hurt, wounded, but by those wounded hands he is gathering salt. Although his hands are wounded, but he is gathering salt. Salt and wound both are paradoxical word. So here poet wants to indicate that people keep on earning money, and how means they spoil their health, they spoil everything, but they keep on earning money. They do not care about health of himself, themselves, and their family, for their relatives, for their friends. They never think about anything. They think only about money. So when this thing will stop, people will look at their hurt hands. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors. Here poet suggests countries, because in the world, if you see, all the countries are in competition. All the countries are in competition to collect the weapons, and they also do drilling, they also do practice of war. They are preparing for green wars, they are preparing this. All the countries are preparing themselves for wars. What kind of wars? Green wars, gas wars, and fire wars. The three types of wars And nowadays we are facing a fourth type of wars, which Pablo Neruda probably was not knowing about this type of war. That is virus war. So green wars, gas wars, fire wars. All the countries are preparing for the wars, either to attack or to defend. But every country has to remain prepared because there is a competition. No one will be left. So if you are not ready, you will be defeated and you will be finished. So everyone has to, every country has to be prepared. Victory with no survivors, and what will happen? What is the benefit of such result? Although countries, those who are powerful countries, they think that they will kill everyone and they will become the single entity, means only one most powerful country of the world. But they do not realize that what will be the meaning of victory when there no one will survive. When no one will remain alive, what is the meaning of victory? So poet requests everyone that stop moving your arms, stops your activities, stop your nonsense and put on clean clothes. Yes, put up your bloody clothes, your black clothes, your war clothes, your uh, working clothes, all the clothes, put up all the clothes and put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing, and walk about with their brothers. So poet requests that put on clean clothes and walk with your brothers. Brothers means everyone, with everyone, love everyone, all are human beings. So walk with their brothers in the shade of a tree. Go there and talk. Do not and do nothing. Just go there and remain with them. Remain with your brothers. In the last stanza, poet tries to explain uh, what is the meaning of not speaking any language or not moving arms. In the last, this is the most important stanza. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Poet here says that what I want to explain, uh, actually people should not, I mean readers should not confuse that poet is saying to stop working, stop your work. No, poet is saying stop your nonsense, not your work. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. Yes, life is what it is about. The meaning is the life is a continuous process. Life goes on. We cannot stop. Just like there is always moving in our life. We are moving ahead. We are going one step ahead per day. The moment is going and we cannot stop this. So poet is saying that poet is saying stop your speaking language and stop your moving your arms, but it does not mean to become inactive. Poet is here making it clear that he does not want to say about total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. Poet here says that he wants no truck with death. No truck with death means no relation with death. Total inactivity means death. Life means activity. Whenever, if you are living being, you must do something. Because if you will not do anything, it means you are dead. So poet is saying that I want not struck with death. I want means when I say stop moving your arms, it means not that you become dead, become living, become full of life. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, poet here is requesting that if we are not single-minded and our lives are moving, we will not be able to do anything. The poet is requesting that we should be single minded. We must set our goals, so we must know what we are doing and how we will do. We stop doing nonsense things. Stop making hue and cry on split milk. Stop all those nonsense which will harm other people. We should stop the nonsense and we should be single minded. We should uh, do only uh, those things which are good for humanity, and we should keep on doing that work with firm determination, with single minded, with a set goal, and we should not uh, try to fluctuate from one aim to another aim, one goal to another goal. If we keep on doing this, actually we will not do any good to anyone, either to uh, ourselves or to others. So that's why a poet is saying that I am not saying about total anonymity, but I am saying that people who are thinking about so many works, and at one time they do many works, and they are not knowing their goals, so and they are confused with their work, so they will do nothing, they will reach nothing, and they could do nothing. Perhaps huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. That's a poet says that perhaps, probably, huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves. Huge silence. So those who are confused, who are not knowing anything, so it is better that they should stop. They should stop for 1 second and think about themselves, about their minds, what they are doing, why they are doing. They must become silence, because this silence will interrupt the sadness, the frustration which have, and the frustration they will do all the negative things which they should not do. So when they will become silence, so this huge silence will interrupt, will uh, will make a difference in their frustration and their sadness, and they will uh, because of sadness they were not able to understand themselves, and they were afraid of death. They were actually inch by inch heading towards death. But this huge silence will fill them fill into them life. So poet here talks about silence. Silence will fill into the lives of those frustrated people mm, uh, life, and frustration or sadness actually gives death. In the last stanza, this is also very important stanza. Poet explains, actually gives examples what he wanted to say. He says, perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead. He says that perhaps the earth can teach us. Earth is working, earth, the earth is working its work. The earth is doing its work. But no one realized this. We all know that earth is moving, continuously moving. So earth is doing its work without making any hue and cry, without interrupting anyone, silently doing and continuously doing. I don't think that anyone is doing so much work as earth is doing. But earth is doing it silently when no one realized that earth is moving. So earth can teach us. So probably earth can teach us when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Although seems that everything is dead, but earth is alive, earth is doing its work. So poet here requests that we can learn from earth, just like earth is doing silently. In the same way, everyone should do work silently, without making noise, without making hue and cry, without crying so much, without shouting so much, without harming so much others. Silently do your work, set your goal, and do what is important. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. So poet is saying if you have understood the message, so I think you are ready to accept what is the need of the time or the world. So now he will count up to 12 and you keep quiet. You will stop moving your arms, and if you will do this, then there is no use of me and I will go. So this is the poem. This was the most meaningful poem. Okay, thank you, bachcho. Thank you.